extras on the plate. I go extra every day. I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
It's another one.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Superdome here in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run it again with Kamara. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On first down, Compton. And he'll work down inside the 45.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Winston now. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. In motion comes the tight end left. On 2nd and 7, Winston. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The kick by Lutz is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Murray. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. And you know it's never easy to get Kyler Murray down to the ground, and to do it with a sack on their 1st drive, what a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator, because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, that's got to feel great for them.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Murray going to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tough rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Winston. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Cardinals' 42-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Saints 3, Cardinals 9.
Slot man moves right. And the slot man goes in motion left. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Lutz is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd and 1, Murray. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Showing McBride the target on that throw. And it's third and short. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Now, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Pollard going to try the right side. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Murray. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0. But the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say. But it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed. As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 3rd down, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with a tackle. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On third down, it's Pollard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And they will take over 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked to his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing, Winston. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they're able to build on things here with a field goal, but the question is how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout?
That's a great question, because you know the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. So yes, tight game, you'll take the 3. But this game, it's far from over.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. To throw, it's Murray. And this one too low.
The struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw this inconsistent during the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. In his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport, his 2nd sack of the night. That last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He'll look to set up his blockers. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Winston. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. A busy night continues for Kamara. He'll take this to the 46. Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Winston. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 32-yard line. Kamara up the middle. 70 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And the Cardinals are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at that 18-yard line.
They'll send Brown in motion right. On 2nd and 12, Murray. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Murray. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through, dropping for an 8-yard loss.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. So possession goes over here on the punt.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Kamara trying the right side. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you're still in this game. Yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
1st down, Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Demario Davis in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say it's sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray now. And his throw is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again, Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate. I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Let's go. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the first of all time. Said I'm coming for everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The catamounts who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out. Getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, or we did AI's legacy. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the great. I'm the great. Next level. I'm coming for everything. I am the great. Remember me. Yeah. Should I style now?